Hi everyone, welcome to third edition of Wax Coffee Time. Welcome Michael, thanks for joining in and thanks for being here. And I'm really excited to hear more about Phoenix and what you're doing at Malta Block team.
Thank you, Sukesh. Thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Yeah, great. Maybe you can start by giving us a bit of introduction about yourself and maybe what you do at Malta Block and what it is all about.
Sure. I'm sort of a blockchain has many different types of people, right? They're coming from all different spaces, and I am sort of an outlier. My background is I am a physician by training. I practiced emergency medicine for 17 years. I came to crypto space sometime in 2015. I was hearing about Bitcoin for a while. And then I decided to take a look, and it's like this rabbit hole. Like once you start looking into it, then I was really fascinated and finally obsessed with it. So in 2015, I wanted to do something with Bitcoin, and I'm coming from a medical background. I didn't know what I can do. So the first thing I did was to start like an investment company. So I invested in a lot of early stage companies back then. Some of them are very big today. Probably heard of ShapeShift.
Oh yeah.
So that's one. Abra, which is a payment platform.
Oh yeah, Wallet.
There are many. We have like 10 or 15 companies in our portfolio. This was in the 2015-2016 range, in very early days. And then came Ethereum, and I started mining Ethereum at home. And then I had like one computer, then I added second one, and then suddenly there was like a electric short circuit, and the outlet was burnt. And my wife said, there was a fire hazard. We should get out of this. So I was not an electrician, right? I didn't know how much voltage it's going to pull. I just added more GPUs, and I was mining Ethereum. And after adding 2 servers, we just burnt the whole outlet. That was it. So then I leased like a space for putting in lots of servers. So we had like a mining operation in the early days of Ethereum. And then somewhere along the line, I came across EOS, probably in 2017. By that time, I'd already heard of Dan Larimer. I had a little bit of the BitChase. I had a little bit of Steam. So I had some idea about Dan. But once I read something about EOS, I thought this is going to be huge. And so I was one of the early investors in the EOS. So this was in 2017. So once I became involved in EOS, I was thinking, how can I contribute? So we were involved in a lot of projects in the early days. I don't know if you're aware. AirDropsDAC, ZK, ZOS. So we have been with the EOS ecosystem from the beginning, even before the mainnet launch. So we were cruising along, and somewhere along I think 2007, 2018, right? The liquid apps came along. So I was very much fascinated by the liquid apps technology because EOS was having so much resource issues, right?
Yes.
And liquid apps had the potential to solve many of those things.
Yes.
So I was, again, one of the early investors in liquid apps. So we have, we started contributing to, their code base. We started collaborating with them from the very early days. If you look at Benny, on the day of launch of this liquid apps DAP network, a day after we did the liquid airdrop. So it was like they launched the DAP network services, and the day after we did the liquid airdrop, which was very difficult because technically we ran into a lot of trouble, but we sort of perfected the technique later on. But that's how much far back our relationship goes. So we have been with the team since very beginning. We are always thinking about how to contribute.
Yeah.
So along the way, there was a project called Patrios. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
So this was a very good team. One of the founders was from Harvard, the other one was from MIT. This was a very good team. And like many people in the US ecosystem, we were following this project. We thought it was going to have a good future, but suddenly the founders quit for whatever reason. Sometimes they just get tired, they want to move on to some other project, and they quit. And that's when I said, that's a good idea to let it go. Because Patreon, I know that many people may not be familiar. Patreon is a platform that's popular here in the US, and it connects content creators with their fans. It's just one of the platform. The story behind Patreon is the founder of Patreon used to be a YouTube, one of the YouTube channels. He still has probably, and he was earning somewhat reasonable amount of money from YouTube subscriptions. But the platform itself, the YouTube, was taking a big percentage of his earnings. I don't remember exactly what the YouTube percentage is. It's probably in the 20 to 30% range. So he was giving away the money that belongs to him, a large amount to the platform that was supporting. So Patreon came out of that. So he wanted to create a platform where content creators get to keep most of their earnings, but you do need to give something to the platform, right? Yeah. So the fees for Patreon is about 5% for the platform fee itself, but then on top of that, there is the payment processing fees.
Oh yeah.
So there is the Stripe or the PayPal, whichever one that you use. There is a processing fee both for the subscriber as well as for the creator. So when you make a payment of, let's say, $1 for the creator, the fan will get charged anywhere from, if it's a small amount, they get charged something like 10 to 20%. Okay. If it's a large amount, it's 3 to 5% only from the processing side. Now for the creator, again, there is the platform fee of 5% plus the credit card or the payment processing fee of anywhere from 8 to 10% there. So the total fee still comes to anywhere from 8 to 20% on Patreon. So people, it's better than what was there before, but with blockchain, we have an opportunity to make it even better, because with blockchain we don't have any of these payment processing issues, right? Yeah. So we can cut everything out, and we can still charge less. So that's the idea we came up with Phoenix, where the platform fee is just 2%, and there are no other fees. There is no processing fees, there is no hidden fees, there's nothing else, just 2%. So that was the idea behind Phoenix. So we wanted to create a platform where content creators can create their content, and fans who like the content can support the creators by paying a recurring monthly subscription. And they pay a very small amount to the platform for Phoenix, but they will be keeping a large portion of the revenues that they generate. Wow. So that's the idea behind Phoenix.
It's so really fascinating. It's actually really fascinating to see your journey from being an emergency medical doctor to joining into the blockchain ecosystem, and then now being part of so many amazing projects with DAP network and also Malta Block, and now with Phoenix. It's so really amazing to see all the stuff that you're doing. I want to hear more about what exactly is Phoenix. Like now you just gave us a brief information about Phoenix. So maybe you can explain like what is Phoenix?
Yes. So Phoenix is a platform built on Wax and utilizes almost all of the DAP network services. So if people who are familiar with the DAP network services, they have few big things. There are many now. I think maybe they have 10 or more of services, but there are big ones are the VRAN, that's the IPFS. Then there is the liquid accounts, which creates an account outside the main chain. It could be EOS, it could be Wax, any of the main chains. Then there is the liquid scheduler, which is like, you can think of it like a cron job, like it's something, it runs some action every few specified time. So you can specify, we use it for like recurring subscriptions. So every month we want to charge the subscriber certain amount, right? So this will run this job and it will take this amount from your account. So that's a liquid scheduler. Then we have the liquid oracle. That's like it gets information from outside the ecosystem. We use it for price feeds and things like that. What else we had? I think those are the main services that the DApp network has, which we are using in the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So Phoenix has, so there are two, the initial smart contract for Phoenix was so big, it could not even be deployed. So we had to split the contract into two. So let me share my screen. So we have two smart contracts related to Phoenix.
We are really looking forward to the demo, and maybe you can explain us what a user can do on Phoenix.
Sure. So are you able to see? Perfect. So I'll just show you on blocks. So we have, so let's move into WAX here. So I see that WAX price is doing good today. Some good news?
Yeah, some people were speculating that some announcements are coming soon. I don't know.
So tokenomics, right? That's what we were expecting. So this is one smart contract, so Phoenix creates. So if you look at the contract and actions, it has so many actions.
Wow.
Here. This is one. And the second one is a Phoenix group, I think. Phoenix group. Yeah, this is the second one. So again, so we had to split the contract into two. So it's smart contracts. So everything that's going on the Phoenix platform is being recorded, not on the WAX blockchain, but on the the VRAM. That's the IPFS. But you can always get the data from the. There's like a Merkle hash on the blockchain. So although we are storing everything on IPFS, there is like a proof on the blockchain, and you can always reconstruct the events by doing the replay.
Okay.
So now let's go to Phoenix itself. So here we have phoenixcreator.com. So that's the website.
Yes.
Now every user who creates a profile, we create a free liquid account for them, which is on the IPFS. Now they also have the option of creating a free WAX account, or they can connect an existing WAX account. So this is like the front page here. Now when you come in here, so you are either, if you have an account, you sign in, or you can sign up. So when you sign up, it's going to ask for an email verification. Now I already have an account, so I'm going to sign in. Here we go. No account created. Oh. Michael, so it may be, it should be. Yeah, the demos are sometimes.
Working with blockchain is always like this.
So there you go. So there is the. So I'm just going to go to my email. So it's going to give you an email verification.
Yes.
And then if you go on to your email, so I should have a code here. This is just for to prevent bots from creating a lot of accounts. Then we go back here, verify, and there we go. We should be signed in now. It takes like a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Cool. So there we are. So we are in the we signed in. So if you sign up, it will automatically create a liquid account for you. That's the first step. Now if you click on this tab on the right hand side, so then we have profile and account. So if you go to this account, so you get these settings.
Okay.
Now let's talk about what exactly is Phoenix and what can people do with it, right? And that's one of the questions.
Yes.
But for those who are familiar with the Patreon, it's very easy to understand. So Phoenix is a platform for content creators. What do we mean by that? So it would be like if you are a YouTube content creator, or if you are a podcaster, or if you're a music artist. So any of the creators that you can think of, this Phoenix can help them to have a sort of regular monthly income. So the way that works is, let's say you are a YouTube creator, YouTube content creator, and you have a following of maybe 5,000 to 10,000 people who really like the content that you're producing. Now what you can do is you can create a profile in Phoenix, and you can select the subscription types. So let me go through here. So when you come to here, so the first thing would be getting started here. So the name of the Phoenix page. Now this you can choose a different name. So if you're a content creator, you can create something like, let's say it's Wax Meetup, for example, right? Or I think, yeah, let's say, yeah, we can say something like this, Wax Meetup, and you can select the name that you want it to be displayed, and you can also select a URL. Now the default is, this is your this is the name of the Liquid account for you. This is the default, but you can select a customized name, and it could be your name, for example, Michael, or it could be the name of your YouTube channel, for example. So whatever is easier for people to read, you can select the name, and you will need to upload a profile picture, and you can select it from the computer, or you can give a link. And this is going to be stored on the IPFS, and this uses the Liquid storage. That's the other Liquid services I forgot to mention. That was a challenging one, because we had to encrypt this storage. We had to actually do some specific code. We had to write some code for this, and we contributed to the Liquid apps code base to make it work. This was a tough thing to do, but it's working now. So, and you have this upload photo, and then you can have a brief description about what this page is about. And then we go to the subscription types. So here is where you ask your fans to pay a certain amount every month. So it could be something very small. Most of the creators, they have a very small tier for something like $1 per month, just to say that you like the content, you like the work they're doing, and it's a supporting. It's like you watch a good content and you give something back to the creator. That's like a small minimal amount.
Yeah, I actually tested it out, and I did set up a coffee package. One was the basic one, and one was the medium one. And now anyone watching this video later on can go to Phoenix and see our Wax Coffee time, and then you can subscribe as well.
Let's go and see it. I think we should be able to see it, right?
I think it was featured here in the beginning. I saw that. Yeah, there.
There it is, featured. Yeah. So here's the page that you created, right?
Yes. This was the event actually I created, and then you can go to my profile, I guess, and then you can.
Here is the two tiers. Now, so there is the basic and the premium. Now, the way to make it more encouraging for supporters would be to give something to them. So if there is a subscriber, you want to give them something special. I mean, most of the fans, they may not expect much, right? They may all they may want is some type of name recognition. So it could be as simple as calling out the names of the subscribers on the show, for example, or displaying the name on the event site or the YouTube the event you're conducting. That's one. The second option would be something like giving out a small NFT that you create yourself, or maybe something like a generic one, like a William Shatner NFT or a GPK NFT, something like a small token of appreciation. And some other things people do would be to give early access or give special privileges. Like if you are let's say, if you're paying $1.5 a month, you get to ask a question live on the event, or something special. And also early access to content. So these are all the things that other people do on Patreon to encourage subscription. Because this will eventually, if there are like even 100 people, and they're all contributing just $1, it's like $100 a month, which helps with the production cost, right? It is,
absolutely. There are many really good content creators from many parts of the world right now, and I would call them like micro influencers, right? So these people are becoming more and more popular these days with the new Gen Zs and generation. So companies are paying these people. So and also many users are being engaged with the small micro communities. So I think this is really good for them as well.
So if you go back to our account, so we were in this first page, right? So there is this fairly straightforward. So next one is subscription tiers. Now, all the things in Phoenix is in a stable coin. So we use something called WEOSDT. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. So WEOSDT is just USDT on WAX. Now, you know that USDT is a stable coin on US. It's pegged to US dollar. So one USDT is $1, right?
Yeah.
Now,
for anyone who isn't familiar with EOSDT or WEOSDT, it's kind of similar to like Tether, USD Tether, or like DAI or any other stable coin. So
yes, and we built a IBC bridge. So this USDT on US can move back and forth between US and WAX. So it's, if you have, so there are a couple of ways how you get this WUSDT. So if you already have USDT on US, we have a portal where you can just transfer the USDT from EOS to WAX. That's one option. Now, another option, if you don't want to leave the WAX ecosystem, if you just have WAX, you can also swap WAX to WUSDT within the WAX system. So you don't need to like transfer back and forth. So there are like two options to get this. But once you have some WUSDT, so you can subscribe to a package like this. So you decide, and it could be $1. So here, this E symbol is just easy to think of it as a dollar. So it could be $1 or $2 or $5, whatever you want, and the title and the benefits. So here, it's always good to give some benefit. Although, like if you're a really good content creator, people may just want to support you without getting anything in return, but most people would like some type of appreciation. So it's always good to add some benefit to the subscribers. So that's the next one. Now then you go to this getting paid page here. So the currency is here.
Okay, so basic information is here, like how you can swap and get currencies and so forth.
Yes, and then you have all this, the social links that you can connect. Now here we come to this, the wallet feature here. So there is a wallet within the Phoenix itself. So you don't need to like go back and forth. Now, when you are here, so as we logged in, this is our liquid account. So if you're sending funds, make sure you don't send to this address because it's the liquid accounts work in a different way. So let's say, so there are two ways, right? You can either create a free account or you can attach a WAX account. Let me see if I can attach my WAX account. I'm logged in with one of my accounts, I think. So let's see. Okay, so let me.
Yeah, this is the best thing I like in WAX, really, guys. So anyone watching in YouTube later on, like WAX has this cloud wallet thing, so anyone can just easily log in, as you can see on the screen. It's really simple, and it can be integrated into any applications. I know one of you asked a question before, like you were interested in building that with EOS and WAX, so there you go.
So I just connected my the cloud wallet to here. But you can also, now if you don't have a cloud wallet, you can also create a free account here if you want. So that's another option.
Oh, cool.
Now you can do a few things here. Now within this Phoenix platform itself, we can deposit and withdraw and also swap the WAX for WUSDT. So let's do a couple of transactions. Let's say I'm going to send. So this is for swap. So let's do the deposit and withdraw. So I'm going to deposit. I'm going to deposit one WUSDT. So it's coming from my WAX cloud wallet to the liquid account. Let's see how it works.
So will it swap automatically, or like, or
no,
you
it's
always
not,
have?
it's not swap. I already had. And if you look at my cloud wallet, I think it's 5QPQM. So this is my cloud wallet, right? I already have some WUSDT. I'm just depositing this from my account into the Phoenix liquid account.
Okay, I see.
So let's see if it worked. So this was the transaction. But if you see here, it is being sent to the smart contract. So that's the so I don't want people to get confused. Although this is your liquid account name, this is not the address to send to.
Yes.
Because you're sending it to the smart contract, and the smart contract will deposit that into your account. So now this account has 1 WUSDT here. So this came in already. So that's the deposit. Now to withdraw, it's the same thing. So you just click withdraw here, and I'm going to withdraw 1 WUSDT that I just deposited back to the cloud wallet. So let's see. So it's fairly simple, and this is quick too, right? This is a
pretty quick.
It didn't take that much time. So now it's back to 0. And let's go back here. This is our cloud wallet. This is my cloud wallet. I should be getting this 1 WUSDT back from the smart contract. There you go. The Phoenix gave back the
you can actually see your account name as well in the memo there. Like it says deposit and your Phoenix account name as well.
Yes. So that was a deposit, but if you see, it does like so many actions. And there are like so many. It's the number of. It's very. The one thing we learned from this is that network services utilizes a lot of resources. So, like if we had this contract on EOS, and when we started, our original intention was to deploy this on EOS.
Okay.
Now, if we had deployed this on EOS, we would need to rent probably 1 million or 2 million EOS every month from Rex.
Wow.
Just to do all this is like very resource intensive. And those of you who are like trying to build using that network services, one of the advice I would give is try WAX, because in WAX the resources are very, very inexpensive, right? And we can do a lot of actions with a small amount staked. If something as big as Phoenix, if it's on EOS, we would need to rent 1 to 2 million EOS a month. Whereas with WAX, we probably we don't need that much resources at all. So it's very, very, very easy to use WAX along with the dApp network services. So it's very complementary. So that's like deposit and withdraw. Now within here, you can also swap. So I have a little bit of WAX here. So I'm going to, let's say, send. I want at least 1 WUSDT. So let's see, 25.
Like 25, yeah.
Yes, so that would give me 1 WUSDT. So now there is a fee for all this. It is like now the swap that we have is a different smart contract. So that means.
So is it actually being done in the new DEX?
No. Now this one uses the banker algorithm. We got this from Dennis. Dennis had banker, and it's like an automated market maker. So it is USDT to WSDT WAX swap. So is this ours? No, this is. Oh, this is like this.
Cool.
Yeah, this is ours. Yes, there is like a name squatter, so people need to be careful. That's why it's always someone just altered a couple of names and have a similar account. That's why I get confused. But this is our contract here. So if you see here, so these are the spot prices, and we have spot prices. So right now the value of WAX is 4 cents in our swap. Now this may be different from a different exchange. So there is like an arbitrage opportunity, and this will give you the depth. Right now, the depth is about 10,000 USD. We are planning to increase the depth, and this will give you the volume. So this is a different smart contract on WAX. But when we do this, it goes through that. So I'm sending 25 WAX to the swap, and I'm going to get back 1.02 WUSDT.
Okay.
So this is using my cloud wallet. So let's see. So this should actually show up here. This transaction. There you go. So the quote, this was the price, and I bought, there is a fee here that goes to the smart contract, and I got the WUSDT from, it came
really cool.
It's very,
smart.
Very quick. So the whole idea behind this, we didn't need to do this, right? We could have just said, just get EOSDT on EOS. We already have a IBC bridge for that, and we can do that way too. But we wanted to make it as comfortable for users as possible. So some people may not have a EOS account, or even if they have, they may not have the CPU, or they may not have the net. They need to go and rent from Rex. Why all that hassle?
Super complicated.
Yes, so you just get it from here, because to interact with Phoenix platform, you need WUSDT. So if you don't already have it, you just come here, swap it, and then you get it. It's as simple as that.
And also, as you're using DAP network, you don't need to worry about like CPU, RAM, and all the other stuff, right? If I'm right.
Nothing. So nothing for user, especially on WAX, there is nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Now, if you are on EOS, then you need to have, even to do the transfer, you need to have the CPU in there. So let's say, because you're doing the transaction from your account there, right? Your account need to have some resources there. So I think that's the overview of Phoenix. Did I go too fast?
No, I think it was really in depth, but also it was really good to just get a feel and see how you can create content and do different kind of stuff. I never quite understood much about the DAP network before. It was super complicated in terms of the design and the architecture of it in general. I know it's like a middleware layer between the blockchain and the applications. Now I saw in the real time, like you used, and you also shared your first-hand experience with using DAP network.
I want to show you how the liquid storage works.
That would be super cool.
Yeah, let me share one more time. I'm going to upload some image. Let's see here. So we go to page settings, right?
Yes.
Get started. I'm going to just upload an image from the computer here. Let's see. Rex meetup. I'm just going to upload this one.
Yeah. Are there any limitations on the size?
Yes, like 10 MB, I think. So now if you see this, this is uploaded to IPFS. Now this was, although it looks so simple, this was very complicated thing to do. Now let's see where this should come. This should be on the Phoenix Create, I think. Phoenix Create. I had to remember which one uses the VRAM. So is it 1135? Yeah, this should be the one. So that one upload has like maybe 10 or different actions here. See, there is this URL to the IPFS. Yet, I mean, there are like so many applications to, although we built this, there are like so many applications you can do. One of the things that I can think of is, the NFT image storage. Like every NFT has an image, right? And the image is stored somewhere. Now, I know that Atomic Hub, have their own IPFS cluster where you store. But the problem with all of this is, if your image is not pinned on IPFS, it's lost.
Yes.
That's one problem with IPFS. Although it is going to be there forever, as long as someone pins that to their IPFS node, it's there. But if somebody is not pinning it, then it's gone. So one way to ensure that is to use the Liquid Apps, the DAP network, Liquid Storage service. So like if you have, upload the image, and if you have the liquid storage package from maybe from MaltaBlock and from EOSPA, I don't know if, do you run a DSP node?
No, not today. Yeah.
But if you do, then the idea would be to like have 2 or 3 DSPs maintaining a copy of this image. So this is a very good solution for storing NFT images. That's one option, of course. But in Phoenix, it's used for content. You can store blog posts, you can create special posts for your subscribers, and we also have a way of encrypting, so only subscribers can see what you.
Okay.
So I think where was this? So that should be here. When you go to the subscription tiers, Maybe I think I had to create a post. We didn't create a post, right? Let's do
No,
that.
no, we didn't actually. Yeah.
So when you create a post, you get to choose something. So let's say I upload this image, Wax meetup image, and yeah, it takes a little bit slow, as you said, occasionally, because it's working on the IPFS.
Oh yeah. Maybe you can share your screen so we can.
Oh, are you seeing my screen or not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so sorry about this. Let me.
No, it's okay.
So let's go from. Let's see how you got here, right? So if you go to the profile, you have this create post.
Yeah.
So you click on this create post and you come here, and then you can upload the image. Let's say we have something like an announcement, Wax meetup today.
Yes.
And when you here, there is an access here, so it's free. But if you had a paying tier, this is where you select whether.
Okay, so it will show up here then.
Yes. So when you say free, everyone can see it. But if you want a special announcement for your subscribers, let's say claim your NFT because you deserve it, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Then you can select a different tier. So only the subscription tier will see the message that you are creating. So that's the other part. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. So it's very, very simple and intuitive. I encourage people to give it a try. And this is the alpha release, and we are just inviting few people to try out. And we want to iron out all the difficulties and the glitches that any new product will have, right? We have not started marketing yet. We have plans to do some advertising campaign, some incentive campaign. But before we invite a lot of people to come and try and get disappointed, we want few people to work with us, give us feedback, and some of the early users. And I think it will be beneficial for both, right? And if you are a content creator, we can help you promote your content. We can do some cross marketing, and you can work with us to refine the product, make it better. That's our. Once it's ready, we will roll out a marketing campaign, and we hope to get at least one or two big influencers onto the platform, and then it will be a real game changer. Because there is real difference. We make a real difference. With Phoenix, the platform fee is just 2% compared to Patreon, for example, where the fee is like 8 to 20%. So if you're earning $5,000 to $10,000 on Patreon, that 10% will make a difference. Say 10% you're giving to the platform versus 10% that you keep for yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's a good trade-off.
Yeah, I think it would be really huge. Like once you have a couple of people signing in with their influencers and followers and everyone joining in, I think it's going to be huge. Like the onboarding and everything was pretty smooth today. Like I checked 2 weeks back, there were some minute issues, but now I think those seems to be resolved. So you guys are working hard and ensuring that everything is going well. So I think that's really good. So everyone checking in later on in YouTube, elsewhere, check out phoenixcreator.com, go create your account, sign up and start publishing your posts and check it out. And I think I'm gonna paste the link as well in the video description. So go to their Telegram channel, and if you face any troubles, just write them, and they're really quick to reply as well. So check it out, guys.
Yes, I invite any content creator who is in the Wax ecosystem to work with us. We can benefit each other. It is a way to monetize your content. So if you have something that people like, then this is a way that you can let people appreciate your content. There is a very good TED talk, and I wanted to share that with you. There is a rock artist called Amanda Palmer. Let me share this screen one more time. And she has like a very powerful TED talk. It's called The Art of Sharing. I encourage you to watch this Art of. Okay, let's see. Where is it? So yes, Amanda Palmer's TED talk. I think that's the first thing that will come up. That should be The Art of Asking. Yeah, so this is a very, very powerful talk, where she says, the artist should ask the people, their fans, to support their work, right? And it is because there is always this feeling for artists, that is it fair? Is it fair for me to ask someone to help me work? There is that feeling. She says, you have the permission to ask people for help. You should ask your fans to support the work you're doing. I encourage everyone to watch this when you have some time. It's only like 15 minutes. And Amanda Palmer has a account on Patreon, and she has 14,000 subscribers.
Oh, there you go. The account.
So patreon.com. Now, so this is what, like if you're a YouTube creator, you can create a profile just like this on Phoenix. So this is Patreon, but she has different tiers. So you have $1, $3, $5. But you can see here, she has 14,748 subscribers. So even if you think all of them are just paying $1, that is $14,000 a month. And she is paying, 10 to 15% of that to the Patreon platform. Whereas if she comes to Phoenix, she will only pay 2% of that to the platform, and the rest is hers, which we think, that the artist should keep the most of the income they earn, right? They are the one doing the hard work, whereas we are just providing the infrastructure. So that's our goal. So make sure you tweet, ask Amanda Palmer to join Phoenix. And
for everyone watching the video, tag Amanda Palmer and ask her to check out Phoenix Creator. And yeah, just write your feedback as well, guys. Like, I think it's really important to share your feedback and share your experience so that we can build this ecosystem together on the Wax blockchain as well. I think it's really great to see a nice application. I finally have a couple of questions. So you mentioned about your upcoming updates and this kind of stuff. So maybe you can give us like a roadmap, like what is it going to be like in 2 months time or 3 months time or 5 months time? What are your plans with Phoenix?
Well, the platform is alpha with MVP. So it has just the minimum features, but there is a lot of work to do. We want, like, for podcasters, there are like many podcasters, right? For podcasters, we need to create individual RSS feeds. That means as a subscriber, you have a special RSS feed, where the creator can give you the content directly for subscribers. So that's something that we need to develop. For content creators, like exclusive video. Right now, uploading a large video to IPFS is difficult right now. We have a limit of, I think, 10 MB or something like that. But as you know, the video files are in the gigabytes, right?
Oh, yes.
So we need to expand the capacity. So there's a lot of work to do. But again, we don't want to build all that until some momentum picks up. So once we have like few users, and depending on what people want, like we don't know who is going to come to us. Like, is it the podcasters, or is the YouTube videos, or is it the special content creators?
Yeah, like the vloggers, or exactly.
So whichever the main group is, we want to see what they want and build the specific requirement for them, because there's a lot of things we can build and keep building, but we need users to that's the thing. So for the next few months, we just want to make sure that user experience is smooth. So that's the first thing. And then we want to roll out a marketing campaign where we want few big influencers to join the Phoenix platform. And then we see, once we hit maybe 500,000 people on the platform, we want to see what is the main who are the main category of people. Are these podcasters? Are these video creators? Are these just artists? And what do they need? Do they want us to expand the liquid storage? Do they want us to create these RSS feeds? So we want to see what people want and then build these things out for them.
Okay. And I usually ask this question to every application that is using blockchain or building on blockchain. Do you also plan to add like fiat gateways so that people can deposit and withdraw easily without any troubles and so forth? Because I guess like most of the people coming from outside the blockchain world are still familiar with fiat.
We cannot do that because our main competitive advantage is we don't have the payment processing fee. right? The platform fee for Phoenix is 2%, and the platform fee for Patreon is 5%. This is not 3% difference. Maybe big when you have large amount, but it's not that much big. But when you add the payment processing fee, the Patreon platform fee will be somewhere between 8 to 20%, whereas ours is 2%. So our main competitive advantage is not having any payment processors. So that means, once we add payment processor, we are as similar to Patreon. Like people will say, why do I need to take all the trouble to switch to your platform, right? Give me something. I need some very strong incentive to come to your platform. And this is our strongest incentive, that there is no charges except 2%. Now, that doesn't mean that we cannot make it easier. We have some ideas. Like, for example, if you're coming from a non-crypto world and you are a creator, you created a profile, and people are paying you in WEUSDT, right? Now, how do you convert this into fiat? Now, for people in this space, it's no big deal. So we say, okay, now WEUSDT, I have two options. I can move it to the US side as USDT, convert to EOS. If you're in the US, go to Coinbase, convert EOS to the dollars, and it's in your bank account. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can swap it for WAX within the WAX side. Go to an exchange like Bittrex, for example, which is WAX, convert it into USD, and then take it to your bank account. So it's easy for us. But for someone who is new, like for Amanda Palmer, for example, she doesn't know anything about blockchain. Like how does she? So there is one way is she can either learn, and it's very interesting to do, and we can help with that. The other option we can do is maybe cashing out in gift cards, like Amazon gift cards. That's something that's not considered as a money transmitter business, because at any time we sort of it's easy for us to, let's say, send this WUSDT to us and we give you the dollars. We can do that, for example. But then we need to have all this money transmitter license and all those things. Right? There's all this. But I think exchanging a gift card doesn't need any of those types of any of those legal requirements, because people have done this in the past. There are some other platforms which have done this. So if you have 100 WUSDT, for example, we can let you cash out with a $100 Amazon gift card. So you're not really touching anything with blockchain. But you get this the gift card, and Amazon has a large selection of things that you can buy, right? And there are a lot of things you can do with Amazon.
Absolutely. I think even Amazon does that with their mechanical turk platform. Like they actually pay out people in gift cards as well instead of paying out in money.
That's because once you start dealing with fiat, there is all this legal restrictions, and we just don't want to go down that route. It's not our area of expertise. We don't want to get involved there. But gift cards is something we can do. So it depends on who is coming to a platform. If there is a large number of people outside the ecosystem coming to the Phoenix platform and they say, give us a way out, then we will implement this. That's one thing that we can do. But right now, I think it's mostly within the crypto space. And for us, it's no big deal, right? Converting WUSDT to dollars is not a big deal for anyone in the crypto space.
Okay, and for the WAX fan base here, do you also plan to support subscriptions with WAX token?
No, because WAX token is volatile. And the whole idea here, the creators want stability, right? Like for someone like Amanda Palmer, she's a musician. She wants to have a monthly income so that she doesn't have to worry about, how much she's going to get every month. She has a budget. She wants to create music, and that is her work, right? Now, when you introduce a volatile asset like WAX, 1 month she may be getting $10,000. Next month she may be getting $2,000. So she cannot plan for anything. So it's
now mainly talking about the pure WAX fan base who might be just interested like WAX fanboys. For them, would you be adding this functionality? But I understand, from creators' perspective, it's important to have more stability rather than this feature.
It's because they want the peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like this month, I'm going to get $14,000. Good.
Yes.
So I can plan. I can plan this tour. I can hire this person. I can, you know, create the music. I can distribute it to people I love. So
Yes.
you know, that's you know, we want to make it easier for creators. I know that you know, we love wax and we all love wax. That's why we're
Yes.
ecosystem. But we created a way for you to swap wax to WUSDT, right? We
Yeah.
made it easy.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, like your story is inspiring. To keep it in short, like your journey from being a doctor to the blockchain world, and then to creating this platform for content creators and helping out artists and people around the world. I think it's really inspiring and really fascinating. So everyone, whoever is working within this ecosystem, can be really inspired from your journey. And I know that you guys help out with building other projects as well. So anyone checking out this video later on, if you are interested in building some project with the DApp network or on Wax or EOS, just reach out to Malta Block team and they can help you out. Thank you, Michael, for joining in today and sharing about Phoenix. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sukesh. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, the same. Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice evening. Bye.